any sentence that we construct, or any thing what we tell to another person. Okay, so any exchange of ideas in English language, or for that matter in any language, it basically can be divided into three separate time frames. Okay, so what is the first time frame? First time frame, let's look at the first time frame, that is the past. So what does it mean by past? Past in the sense atita kalaya. So past means like something that had happened before this moment in the past. ඒ කියන්නේ මේ කාලය වෙනකන් අතීතයේ සිදුවෙච්ච සියලුම ක්‍රියාවන් අපි කියනවා මේ past කියන කාල රාමුවට අපි මේ අයත් විදියට සලකනවා. So then what is the second frame? Second frame, we can say the present. So what is present? මේ මොහොත වර්තමානයේ සිදුවෙන හැම ක්‍රියාවක්ම, ඒ කියන්නේ මේ දැන් මේ අපි කතා කරන වෙලාවේ වෙන දේවල් සහ ඕනම වෙලාවක ඒ අවස්ථාවේදී සිදුවෙන දෙයක් අපි කියනවා present. Present කියන්නේ වර්තමාන කාලය. So then the third one is future. So what is future? මේ මොහොතේ සිට අනාගතයට වෙන සියලුම දේවල් අපි කියනවා මේ future මේ time frame එකට අයිති වෙනවා කියලා. කියන්නේ අනාගතයේ සිදුවෙන සියලුම දේවල් පිළිබඳව අපි යම් කිසි දෙයක් ප්‍රකාශ කිරීමේදී හෝ යම් කිසි දෙයක් අර්ථ දැක්වීමේදී අපි යොදා ගන්නවා මේ future කියන කාල රාමුව. We say that there are tense patterns. We say past tense, present tense and future tense. Okay, so in this video I'm going to talk about the present tense. So let's forget about past tense and future tense for a moment. Let's look at the present tense. So we can say present time. So when you talk about the present time, there are two tense patterns that we have to discuss. The first is the simple present. Simple present. Simple present in the sense like, so what happens at this moment. Okay. The second one is the present progressive. So what does it mean by present progressive? Present progressive is like something that had started in the past, what is happening at the moment, and also something that is continuing to the future. Okay, so I mean, in another way, for me to like simplify this in a way that actually you would understand it better. So let's look at the three time frames. I said past, present, and future. Okay, so you have, so let's say there are three time frames. So if we talk about something here, okay, so that means at this moment, this is what we call as the simple present. So whatever that happens at this moment, we have to express that in the simple present tense. ඒ කියන්නේ මේ වෙලාවේ සිදුවෙන ඕන දෙයක් ගැන කතා කිරීමේදී අපි ඒ දේ දක්වන්න යොදා ගන්න tense pattern එක තමයි simple present tense. Okay, on the other hand, if we talk about something that started somewhere here, okay, in the past, which is happening at the present, and also something that is continuing to the future, then to express something like that, the tense pattern that we're using is the present progressive tense. Okay, but in this video we are going to concentrate about the simple present. කියන්නේ අපි අතීතයේ සිට වර්තමානයේ සිදුවෙමින් අනාගතයට සිදුවෙන ක්‍රියාවක් ගැන අපි කතා කිරීමේදී අපි යොදා ගන්න tense pattern එක තමයි present progressive. Now in this video we are going to concentrate about the simple present. So let's look at the simple present tense. So in simple present tense, the first kind of sentences that you can express is basically daily habits. Daily habits. So daily habits in the sense like something that you do on daily basis. කියන්නේ අපි හැමදාම කරන ක්‍රියාවක් ගැන කතා කිරීමේදී අපිට simple present tense වාක්‍ය රටාව යොදා ගන්නට පුළුවන්. So let's look at an example. You can say I brush my teeth every day. So that means something that you do every day. So that means mama datma dinama hamadama. So I brush my teeth every day. So here, only thing what you have to remember is I have used the verb brush in the main form without subjecting that to any modifications. So likewise, you can now build up, you can develop any number of sentences that you want in simple present tense as long as it is a daily habit. කියන්නේ දැන් උගලන්ට පුළුවන් ඕන තරමක් වාක්‍යයන් මේ වාක්‍ය රටා පුරුදු වෙන්න ගොඩනගන්න මේ simple present tense එකෙන්. හැබැයි ඒක හැමදාම උගලන් කරන දෙයක් වෙන්නට ඕනේ. I would like to bring something also to your attention, something very important, since I talked about the modifications to the verb. I said the verb here, the brush, has been used in verb, the main form, without carrying out any modifications over it. So why I said that is, sometimes, now let's say here, as you can see, subject is I, that is first person. First person. So what else in first person? We. So likewise we know the second person. So who are the second person subjects? So you have you. You is second person. So likewise we have third person. Third person. So who are the third person subjects? He, she, it, and they. So unless you have the subject in first person, second person, or they, or let's say if you have subject in third person, he, she, it, then what happens? You have to add, and you have to add what? Add s or es to the end of the verb. For example, here let's say instead of saying I, you say he. Then you have to say he brushes. He brushes. So you don't say my. He brushes. You can say he brushes teeth every day. So again, the මම මෙතන පැහැදිලි කරා වගේ මෙතන මේ වාක්‍ය කතෘ මේ first person, second person I, we, හරි you, හරි එහෙමත් නැත්නම් they, third person වල they හරි නැතුව he, she, it වලින් යෙදෙනවා නම් ඒ වෙලාවේදී උගලන් මේ ක්‍රියාපදයේ අගට s හෝ es කියන අකුරු දෙක සම්බන්ධ කරන්න වෙනවා. ඒ වාක්‍යයේ උක්ත ආඛ්‍යාත සම්බන්ධය ගලප ගන්න. ඒක ඊටාම වැදගත් නීතියක්. So let's see what is the second kind of sentences that you can express in simple present. Usual activities. So usual activities, so when you say usual activities, they are not frequent as daily, but you still you do it like, you know, very often. So let's say you can say he usually walks to school on Mondays. Okay, so here, as you can see, since the subject is third person he, I have added an s to the end of the verb walk. Okay, this is actually in line with what I just explained to you. Again, මේ usual activities කියන්නේ මේක මේ අපි අර daily activities වගේ හැමදාම කරන දෙයක් නෙමෙයි. නමුත් නිතරම පාහේ කරන දෙයක්. ඒ කියන්නේ දැන් මෙතන කියන විදිහට මේ ඔහු පාසලට හැම සඳුදාවකම ඇවිදගෙන තමයි යන්නේ. So likewise, actually you can now develop any number of sentences as I explained to you earlier. You know, in this tense pattern, as far as that activity is something that you usually do. Also, you can use the simple present tense to express a general statement and a statement of a fact. කියන්නේ යම්කිසි දෙයක් පිළිබඳව උඟලන්ට යම්කිසි කියන්නේ ඇත්ත ප්‍රකාශනයක් කිරීමට අපිට යොදා ගන්නට පුළුවන් මේ simple present tense. For example, that means like if you're talking about something that has always existed. Okay, so that means it could be an event or a situation that is usually or habitually that had existed in the past, that is existing at the moment, and that will also exist in the future. For example, we can say let's say example, babies cry. Babies cry. So babies, that means when your grandparents were babies, they also cried. And when you were babies, you also cried. And your babies also one day, they're also going to cry. I know, because it sounds a bit funny, but I mean, it's a statement of a fact. Okay, so that means like something that happened in the past, I mean, something that is happening at the moment, and that something that also would happen in the future. Okay, it's something you're talking about, some sort of thing which is true. Okay, කියන්නේ අපි යම්කිසි දෙයක් පිළිබඳ ඇත්ත ප්‍රකාශනයක් කිරීමේදී ඒ කියන්නේ අතීතයේ සිදුවෙච්ච දෙයක් ඒක වර්තමානයේත් සිදු වෙනවා ඒක අනාගතයේත් ඒ විදිහටම සිදු වෙනවා කියන දේ අපි ප්‍රකාශ කිරීමට අපිට පුළුවන් මේ simple present tense කියන වාක්‍ය රටාව මේ යොදා ගන්න. So I'll give you another example here. So we can say, so that means the earth that we live in, it had revolved around the sun in the past, it revolves around the sun at this moment, and it would definitely revolve around the sun in the future. කියන්නේ අපි මේ ජීවත් වෙන පෘථිවිය අතීතයේත් සූර්යයා වටේ ගමන් කරා තමා වටේ කැරකෙමින් දැනුත් මේ අවස්ථාවේදී තමා වටේ කැරකෙමින් සූර්යයා වටේ ගමන් කරනවා අනාගතයේදීත් තමන් වටේ කැරකෙමින් සූර්යයා වටේ ගමන් කරනවා. I hope, I mean, this made it very clear. So in my next video, I would explain you in what sort of situations, in what sort of sentences we should use the present progressive sentence pattern. So till then, I would like to say goodbye for the time being. Thank you.